All right, fire in the hole. Wow. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are. It's a day or two before turkey season. Figured I'd put a video out there showing the different turkey loads. I'm gonna shoot them out of a couple different guns. I have a Mossberg, I believe it's a 500. I'll look to be sure on that. And then Harrington Richardson, and then I have no idea what the other one is, but it's a 20 gauge and it's bolt action and it's old. Two of the ones are very old. The other one's not super old. But I'll give you guys a rundown of the ammo we're going to be using today. So most of these are available at Walmart. If they aren't available at Walmart, they're probably sold out. So first one is going to be a premium Magnum turkey load. It's going to be 12 gauge. Here, hold on one second. Let me flip this around so I make sure I'm not losing you guys here. So premium Magnum turkey load. It's going to be 12 gauge at 3 inches. I'm going to shoot that exclusively out of the Harrington Richardson because it only takes 3 inch and it's full choke. And I shot it once a while ago with one of these and it hurt. So I'm gonna save that one for last actually. Next, I'm gonna shoot a 2 3/4 inch 12 gauge nitro turkey here. 5-shot, get you guys in there. That's what I'm gonna be shooting out of the Mossberg, and then I'm also going to shoot this Longbeard XR, and we will compare it. 3 inch 12 gauge 5-shot. This is probably my favorite load, other than a couple of the Super X long range ones that I've had over the years. Those are probably my favorite, but I ran out of them and I couldn't find any more, but this is a pretty good one. And then for the 20 gauge, my Walmart did not have any turkey loads left, but I did find 20 gauge 4 shots, which should do the trick. And there's a ton of them too, and they're XLRs, so I'm hoping that those are good if I choose to take out the 20 gauge. But I wanted to make this for you guys as well, just in case, you know, you're not very comfortable shooting a 12 gauge. We got a thunderstorm coming, so this might be a jump cut to later, but it looks like it's gonna pass. So we're waiting to hear a turkey gobble down over the hill here. But I'm gonna go grab the Mossberg and I will give you guys a close-up of it in one moment. So this is my Mossberg 835. I stand corrected, my brother I believe has the 500 or whatever it is. But it's an 835, it's chambered in 2 3/4, 3 and 3.5. It's got a nice pattern to it. This is one of their older styles. I really like the barrel on it too, and it has an AccuMag choke. This thing, realistically, I can probably kill something at about 60 yards with this thing. I killed a groundhog a couple years ago at about 60 yards with this. This is my go-to. This is one of my favorite guns I hunt with of all time. Sometimes I use my grandfather, now my father's Remington 870 Express Magnum, and that thing, I could probably kill something at 70 yards with it. But I'm gonna be shooting this. It's a beautiful pump action. Sounds pretty good. So let's give it a shot here. I'm gonna go grab hearing protection and I'll be right with you. Just figured I'd zoom in here and show you what we'll be shooting at. Just a reactive target. The head should glow green or purple or pink, well, whatever color it is. Whenever you shoot it, I usually buy the cheap ones, but I figured for this, I was gonna zoom the whole way in. That way you guys could see the shot as it happened, and I figured it would be better off to see where the shot actually hit. So stay tuned, we'll get to shoot. All right guys, this is the Nitro Turkey first. This is a 5-shot, 2 3/4 inch. Fire in the hole. I pulled my shot a little bit. I jumped a little bit, but it held a good pattern. This is at 40 yards. If I didn't jump, this head would be obliterated, if you guys can see that. Let me flip the screen around to make sure I'm not completely off the screen. But yeah, I pulled the shot a little bit, but if I don't pull, or if I'm more steady, ideally in the woods, I have my gun on my leg as well, so I'm a little steady. I'm gonna get something to balance on the next shot so I don't screw it up anymore, but stay tuned. All right, guys. So this next one I'm shooting is the Longbeard XR 3-inch 5-shot. Fire in the hole. Woo! That one felt good. Let's go see how we did. So here's a pattern with the Longbeard XR. It's not a very pretty pattern, but it definitely would kill it, even though there's only, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's enough in there. I mean, 3 in the head, a couple in the spine, 3 in the head, a couple in the spine here, so you guys can actually see it. That way I'm not just talking to myself. That's not a bad shot for 40 yards. And ideally, I don't really shoot many turkeys much past 40 yards unless I think I can. So I'm gonna switch it up here. I'm going to jump to the 20 gauge, and we're gonna see how that goes. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so here's the bolt action 20 gauge Mossberg. Gonna put the shell in. Remember, oh wait, this is the Express XLR 20 gauge shell, 2 3/4. So all right, that's pretty good. All right, guys, fire in the hole. See if she shoots. Well, she shoots. Shot well too. This is the 20 gauge Express XLR 4-shot. If you guys are looking at 40 yards with a full choke, I'm gonna bet that's a healthy bird. Might be a little hurt in the ego, but he ain't got much left to him. So I'm gonna move him up to 30 and see what it's doing. All right, guys, I moved the target up to 30 to see if I got a better pattern here. I'm going to get this set, and we are going to let it lock and load. Fire in the hole. This is at 30 yards with that 20 gauge. Did significantly better. As you guys recall, there's only about 3 BBs in it, and it's plastered. Still not the greatest. Again, it's not a turkey load, but it did its job, and it's wood kill at 30 yards. So I'm gonna get out the break action 12 gauge. It is probably one of the biggest guns I've ever seen in my life. But oh, I'm not even in frame. Stupid. But so we'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that right now. So here is the Harrington Richardson break action 12 gauge Topper Model 58. That's what it is, Topper Model 58. It's a 3-inch full choke. It is, as you can see, basically a goose gun. That's how long it is. But I'll give you guys a close up here. So just a bead on the front, long barrel. Goes all the way back, just a normal run-of-the-mill break action. So I'm going to get this loaded up. This thing kicks like a mule, so again, I'm probably gonna cry, but here we go. This is the Magnum Turkey Load 3-inch 12 gauge 4-shot. This one hurts. I've shot this one already out of this gun before, and it's not pretty. So I'm hoping at 40 yards this thing patterns pretty good. Fire in the hole. Wow. Well, As you can tell, that one didn't feel too great. But let's go see how we did. This is the 12 gauge Harrington Richardson at 40 yards. I don't think it did too bad. I think that would have killed it. But I think 30 yards is more your pattern. I held a little low. So if I held a little higher, that thing might have hit a lot more. So as you can see, the pattern wasn't too bad. So stay tuned, guys. I'll give you my brief synopsis of which ones I think performed the best and which ones I think might be a little worse than that did yet. All right, guys, got a little hot out, and we're still waiting for a thunderstorm here. But I wanted to go over how I think the shots did, and I'm going to start with the 12 gauges. Personally, I think the premium, I believe it patterned the best out of my my Mossberg 835. I mean, if I'm not holding a little bit off here, that turkey doesn't have a head left. And if I believe if I took this gun out to 50 yards, I could still kill a turkey with it. I mean, that's insane. If I'm not holding, you know, an inch or two to the right, this target's even obliterated. And now I'm not saying that the Longbeard XR did bad by any means, because at 40 yards, this is a dead turkey. You know, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy it. I'm just saying take it for what you will. The cheaper load did better out of my Mossberg 835 with that choke and that setup, right? Onto the 20 gauge. So as you guys have seen, at 40 yards, we had a buzzard just flew over me. You might see him in the pack. I mean, like 5 feet from me. Oh my God. And anyways, at 30 yards, this thing's deadly. I mean, you can kill anything, as should most shotguns. And again, it's not really made for that. I think it's going to be more made for maybe slugs, or maybe small game, that sort of thing. But I mean, this is the pattern it got at 30 yards minus maybe 3 BBs. That's dead. That's a dead turkey. And I mean, if I'm holding a little farther up, they're all in the head instead of the neck. I like to hold, so on a turkey, I like to hold right there at the bottom. That way, if I'm a little off, it doesn't go all over its head and it kills it. And frankly, I'm not mounting any more turkeys, so if I mess up the feathers, I'm not worried about it. At 40 yards with the Harrington Richardson with the Premium Nitro, I believe. This was this load right here. Whoops, with that shot. I mean, again, this is a classic shotgun, so there's another buzzard. Must be something dead nearby. But this is a classic shotgun, so I didn't expect much. I mean, it's a full choke on a hitch, on a single shot. So I mean, at 40 yards, you can't ask for much better than that. I mean, that's still gonna be probably a dead turkey. He might be flopping a little bit. You might have to go up and get him. Maybe hit him again. But at the same time, at 40 yards, I would trust that. 40 and in, especially 30 yards and in, I would trust that big time. My personal preference, I think I already said it once, would be this. I'm probably gonna be shooting this year. These are gonna be my go-to for right now. Like I said, the Super X is my favorite. That's what I use right now, and I only have like 3 left, so I didn't want to include them in the video. I wanted to use them. But yeah, these would be my favorite for the 12 gauge. Do not knock the Longbeard XR. They have their place, and your gun might shoot them better than mine. If you're looking for shots that, it's a 20 gauge, you don't like the kick, I would absolutely say at the 30 yards, those are deadly, especially if you have a nicer 20 gauge. I mean, I'm shooting a classic shotgun here. But no, I think they all shot very well at 40 yards. Now, if I got out to 50, I think the actual turkey gun would have been the only one that had a pellet in the bird. So, but stay tuned. Tomorrow's first day of turkey season. So hopefully I'll have a bird down, or I'll get Tom to have a bird down for you guys. But yeah, guys, good luck turkey hunting. I hope you guys learned something. If not, I'm sorry. Just doing my best here. But next year I'll try to get a couple more turkey loads earlier. That way I don't have to run around to 9 different Walmarts in the area and find them. But good luck. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being with me. Good luck turkey hunting.